Hello everyone, and welcome to Cuphead Inkwell Owl 1 playthrough. This video will show you the boss battles, the run and gun levels, the secret path, and coins available in Inkwell Owl 1. Make sure to finish the tutorial and speak to the first NPC you come across to gain 4 coins. Go directly to the shop and purchase the smoke bomb, as it is the best charm available for the base game. For all run and gun levels, I won't be shooting the enemies to get the pacifist rating. For the run and gun levels, try to get used to the level as you play, it'll take some time. Try not to rush or parry everything, which may hurt more than help. Be careful with the third coin, as it is missable if you miss the parry. After finishing the forest follies, you can traverse to the right and go to the other part of the map using the hidden pathway underneath the bridge. Like the third coin in the forest follies, the first coin of the Treetop Troubles is missable if you miss the parry. After collecting the coins from the run and gun levels, I usually purchase the roundabout shot and the spread shot. These are my usual go-to, but go with the shots you prefer. In the Ruse of an Ooze, you will be fighting against Guppy Legrand. He is one of 2 starter bosses. In the first phase, he will jump around the map and use his body to hit you. Avoid the jumps using dashes. Make sure not to corner yourself and dodge the punches by ducking. When he is about to move to phase 2, he will eat a jelly bean. 3 pink question marks appear, and these are the only things you will be able to parry in this match, so make sure to hit the parries. In the second phase, he does the same thing in phase 1, just bigger. In phase 3, he dies and now you fight his tombstone. The tombstone only has 1 attack, which is to slam down on you. The tombstone itself does not have an active hitbox, only the face. Roundabout shot works well here because you can safely shoot while jumping from the other side. In the Botanic Panic, you'll be fighting the Root Pack. In the first phase, you will fight against Sal Sputter, the Angry Potato. It will shoot dirt balls and pink worms that can be parried. Try not to kill him too fast, as the other parries in the fight are not as easy as the pink worms. In the second phase, you will fight against Ollie Bulb, the Sensitive Onion. His body will divide the map into 2, and all he does is cry as an attack. All you have to do is keep shooting and dodge the teardrops. There are some pink teardrops you can parry. I try to avoid these since I have a habit of getting damaged after parrying them or missing the timing. In the third final phase, you fight against Chauncey Chetney, the Psychic Carrot. He has 2 attacks, homing carrots that you can shoot down, and a Psychic Beam. Both attacks should be simple to avoid. The Root Pack has a secret boss phase. If you do not attack Ollie, he will not cry. Instead, a radish will take his place and start the third phase. This does increase the difficulty of the third phase, since you will now be fighting 2 bosses instead of 1. In the clipped joint calamity, you'll be fighting Ribby and Crooks. In the first phase, Ribby will throw punches you have to dodge by jumping or ducking. You'll be able to parry every 4th punch, but be careful when you go for the parry as you may get hit by an incoming punch. Crooks will shoot out firefly minions, which can be shot down. Make sure to eliminate the fireflies as soon as possible since they will limit your mobility. In the second phase, Ribby will move to the other side of the map. Here, he will do 2 things, continue to throw punches like before, or throw an energy ball that bounces up and down, going to the right. Dodging them will be relatively simple, but your mobility will be limited since Crooks will be spinning like a fan, hindering your movement to the right but accelerating your movement to the left. In the third final phase, Ribby and Crooks fuse into a slot machine. The slot machine itself does not have a hitbox and will spit coins at you. To attack the slot machine, you'll have to parry the level handle, which will cause one of 3 attacks. The Tiger outputs moving platforms that spit out orange balls you have to dodge. The Snake outputs moving platforms you have to dodge. Just for reference, the bull attack is the most challenging of the 3 as the platform hovers above ground and spits fire either the top or the bottom. You'll be able to tell where the flames will come by the platform display, but it is still challenging to make split-second decisions during the game. The Mausoleum is a pairing mini-game where you have to protect Miss Chalice from the ghost approaching her trapped soul. Completing the Mausoleum grants you a super that can be used when all 5 cards are collected during a boss fight or a run and gun level. The first super is an offensive move where Cuphead or Monkman launches a horizontal beam attack. In the Threatenin Zeppelin, you will be introduced to aerial combat and fight against Hildeberg. In Phase 1, she will attack you with her laugh and summon tornadoes. Throughout the fight, you will also have to deal with small zeppelins that attack you. These small zeppelins can be destroyed and shoot bullets which can sometimes be parried. Phase 1 is repeated in between phases throughout the fight. When she's about to move to different phases, she will puff up and fly towards the left, so make sure to avoid her when she moves to her next phase. She has a total of 3 transformations available for Phase 2 and 3, which is denoted by the star sign she leaves behind when moving to different phases. In her Taurus form, she will charge at you and attack you with her horns. There is a small tail before she attacks, so make sure to dodge before she strikes. In her Sagittarius form, she shoots a straight arrow with 3 stars that track you. The stars can be destroyed, but can be a little tricky given how small they are. In her final phase, she transforms into a moon, taking up majority of the screen. The small zeppelins no longer appear, instead UFOs take their place. Yellow UFOs will shoot right before you get underneath them, and the red UFOs will shoot right when you're underneath them. The yellow UFO is a bit trickier to dodge since you will need more space from the left, so make sure you pay attention to those. Additionally, Hilda will send stars that move in wave-like patterns and sometimes extend her face. The difficulty of the last phase is keeping track of everything that is happening. I find it best to remember the UFO order and to keep slightly to the right of the screen to give enough space to dodge the lasers. Before moving on, the other form Hilda has is her Gemini form. In her Gemini form, she creates a fire circle that shoots in either clockwise or counterclockwise direction. In the Floral Fury, you'll be fighting against Cagney Carnation, the last boss of Inkwell Isle 1. He only has 2 phases, but a variety of attacks in his arsenal. In the first phase, Cagney can shoot a variety of seeds. The purple seeds create a small plant that stays on the ground, which can be destroyed by shooting them. The blue seeds create plants that fly towards you, but you can't destroy them. The pink seeds can be parried and create floating plants that shoot parryable seeds. Make sure to parry the pink seeds before the plant can spawn, as these are the most difficult to deal with out of the 3. Cagney can summon projectiles. He either summons acorns that fly towards you, or a boomerang that sweeps the top and then the bottom. Cagney can also lunge his face towards you. He will either lunge at the top or the bottom, and like Hilda, he will have a tail with his face. In Phase 2, the ground becomes inaccessible. Cagney now has 2 attacks. He can create vines in 2 out of the 3 platforms, so you'll have to jump to safety. He also spits out pollen from his mouth. He does occasionally spit out pink pollen, which can be parried. Both attacks have a tail. Make sure to keep track of the vines in his face when he's about to shoot the pollen. After beating Cagney, go to the forest region where a coin was previously blocked, which is now accessible. After getting the coin, you are now finished with Inkwell Isle 1 and can proceed to Inkwell Isle 2.